another show, NBA show from SBR. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's BlackJack Fletcher, and that's Junior Browne. We're here to break down these NBA games, try to get to some money, find some value, guys. It's Wednesday, January 20th. Got a full NBA slate today, my guys. Let's get to it. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you, my guy?
Yeah, just happy to have hit that official play yesterday. Jazz first half -3. I said that I was in the fading the Pelicanos business. I hate saying that because I actually really like this team. I actually almost, because I respect my guy Jay Money's opinion so much, I was saying towards the end of the show that I might take him at 7.5 if I could get that number, even though I had the Jazz first half. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, let me just see how it plays out. And unfortunately, in the third quarter, that's kind of where it all went wrong because I barely hit that first half play. I was pretty close there. But the third quarter is where it all went wrong. Obviously, we'll recap the games, but there's a huge slate today, so I will pass it on over to my guy.
Guys, we got 10 games. 10 games today. It's a gigantic slate. It's a great slate. I went 2-1 yesterday, hit the Nuggets, hit the Jazz, missed that under by 2 points, but I'll take 2-1 every day if I can get it. Let's do it today, Jay.
Yeah, hey, BlackJack been hot as well, man. BlackJack been hot as fish grease, my guys. I know I took the loss yesterday with the Pelicans. Terrible third quarter there. It was an iffy play, though. I mean, I know I'm going up against a hot team. Not surprised there. Pelicans kept it close there. They was fighting there. The third quarter was just absolutely terrible. It was never a game pretty much after that. It happens, though. End up taking a loss there. Wasn't very happy about that one, but hey, it happens, man. That's what happens when you bet on the Pelicans. You bet against a hot team. But I was trying to go for one there. I thought it was going to be a little sluggish start. The Jazz, they got Ingles back. He was real big for them off the bench, 15 points. It was really the difference maker, if you ask me. Gobert grabbed like 18 boards. They came to play, man. They came to play. OKC ended up going down versus the Nuggets in that one. They kept it close for a while. If you guys listen to the show, I know Jokic ended up getting 27, but he still cashed that prop over 24.5. It was actually pretty easy. He had like 20. He had like 19 points at the half, 15 after the first quarter. So if there wasn't a blowout, he would have had 40 points on theirs, man. But it happens. OKC only gets 101 points. That one's crazy. It actually landed exactly on 220. I know the total was up from 219.5 to 220.5. So if you took that under there was a nail biter, but it ended up getting the job done. So yeah, Jazz ended up getting the job. Both favorites covered yesterday. Jazz get the job done 118-102. And then the Nuggets get the job done 119-101. So I'm sure the public's very happy from yesterday, my guys. But today is Wednesday. Full slate of games, my guys. Let's get to it, my brothers. First game up, we got the Nets versus the Cavs. Talk about public. Obviously, Kyrie's coming back most likely for the Nets here. Everybody and their mom will be on the Nets here. Line open up at 9, up to -10 here, BlackJack. What do you think? The Nets easy smash over the Cavs here?
No, I don't. I'm not going to play this game as an official play or anything, but I got to tell you, I'm leaning ever so slightly to the Cavaliers here. This is going to be the biggest disparity in terms of money that we're going to see on this board. Everyone is going to be on the Nets. I think maybe Kyrie coming back, you've got to work that third guy in, right? Like we've seen this how many times over the years, starting with the big three in Boston and then Miami and, with the Lakers when they had Steve Nash and Dwight Howard and Kobe. When you bring the third guy in, it usually takes a little bit to get everything figured out. I think that's going to be the case. Cleveland does play defense. I mean, that's been the one thing about them. The reason I'm not betting this game, honestly, is you don't know whether Sexton or Garland are playing, right? They're both questionable. Garland was back at practice. If those guys play, this to me is a Cleveland bet. If they're not playing, it's a runaway and hide. So that's where I'm at here.
That's a nice break, and it's another little quick back-to-back as well. They play again. It's crazy how this. They've got these baseball series going on here now. It seems to happen a lot more often here, Junior. What do you think? The Nets here go away with a easy cover?
No, I think that we've seen enough evidence that no big lead is safe. It would almost have to be like. I would almost prefer it to be like a close game so that the Nets have to pull away. Then the Nets have a lead that they have to protect. But that's what I think is going to happen here. I don't think both Garland and Sexton play. Maybe one of the two play, but they've been off for a while. Blackjack does have a good point. It's not easy to incorporate a third star, especially a score first player. But I just think that in Kyrie's situation, he's going to just have to ease his way back into just playing basketball, period, because he's just been off for so long. So I don't really think he's going to do too much other than shoot open shots. And I think in an ideal world, Kyrie is obviously never going to just be a spot-up shooter. But Steve Nash is not a dumb guy. Steve Nash is one of the best basketball minds, at least as a player. We'll see as a coach. We don't know yet. But I figure that he's going to put Kyrie in a situation where he's just going to be able to go one-on-one a lot. If Kyrie is the what you call, stand in the corner spot up guy, well, he's not really just a spot up guy, is he? First of all, he's won the 3-point contest and has been a consistent shooter his whole career, so he could do that. He could do that, and he can beat any player in the NBA one-on-one off the dribble. So their offense has a lot of potential. If you haven't guessed it already, I'm on the Nets first half. I got it under 6. I got it at -5.5. I don't even know what it's at now, but if you're giving me the Nets under 2 possessions against a really bad Cleveland offense, I'm good with that.
Exactly. Yeah, big question marks here, obviously, with Sexton and Garland. I did see that both of them were questionable, so be interesting to see if one of those or both play. Like Junior said, they hadn't played in a while, so be interesting to see how they look. It's almost like coming off a COVID shutdown. It's gonna be tough. I remember watching that Suns game versus the Grizzlies, and I don't think I've ever seen Devin Booker look so bad, like just missing easy shots. He's just out of sorts. Basketball is a rhythm game, and if you're not in rhythm, it's just really tough. This is a scary spot. I can't tell you, this just seems like a day, especially with both favorites covering yesterday. I feel like this is a spot where a lot of these public games are going. It might be shifted the other way. A lot of these dogs covering. This one, I'm not taking the Nets laying the 10. This one, everybody's going to see Kyrie. Obviously, the Nets. There'll be a hot commodity here to bet here pretty soon. Cavs, the home dog. If you really look into it deeper, this is the team that they just made the trade with. So you actually have Taurean Prince and Jared Allen is going to be going to play against their old team. And this one, they are suiting up. Be interesting to see how these benches match up against each other. See how DeAndre Jordan, how he can bang with DeAndre Jordan. It is a bunch of points to be laying on the road with a team that's still figuring a lot of things out. They did get the job done versus the Bucks, but like I say, it's a bunch of points. Could be an easy blowout, but like I say, if the Cavs, one of those players do come back in, it could be a close game, closer than people think, I guess you could say. So be interesting to see how that one plays out. Nets land double digits on the road there, my guys. Next game up, man, real intriguing game, probably the most intriguing game on the card, in my opinion. We got the Mavs versus the Pacers here. Pacers coming back to the house off a nice little road trip. We got the Mavs here off 3 straight losses. We're still missing like 4 bodies. If you guys wonder why the Mavs don't look so right now, you still can't forget they're missing Dorian Finney-Smith. They're still missing Kleba, still missing Powell as well. So and Josh Richardson. So that's like 3 starters out that we're missing. And Mavs still have a pretty deep squad, but they're going to miss those guys. Blackjack, any thoughts on this game, Pacers versus Mavs?
Yeah, I'm taking the Mavericks. The Mavericks are laying 1.5 here. I like Dallas in this matchup. Listen, you're right? There's no way around it, Jay. They've had injury problems and COVID issues. Tim Hardaway Jr., he's going to play tonight. I think he's probable on the report. They're still without Josh Richardson, Kleber, Powell, as you said. But Porzingis has had a few games to now work himself back into rhythm, get himself and Doncic on the same page here. And Indiana, this Indiana team, they play hard. We've seen it, right? But I just don't think they're on the same level of a Dallas team that is – they're kind of going in the opposite directions to me. I think Dallas is getting healthier and going to get stronger as this year goes on. I like the move to get LeVert in there, but obviously he's not playing for Indiana at the moment. I'm going to take the Mavericks here as my first official play, minus the 1.5.
Got you. I couldn't talk you out of that either, Blackjack. I could not talk you out of that. Junior, what do you think on this game? Junior, we wish Jordan was here, man. Jordan was the Indiana guy, but Junior, what you think here? You think the Pacers can get it done at the house, or do the Mavs get back on track?
I took another first half. I got the Pacers as a pick 'em. in the first half. I was going to ask you, does there some, like, why did the line flip like this? Like, what do you think is the reason? And I only asked that question because my thinking when I looked at the line early this morning when it first came out and I saw the Pacers at a pick 'em, I was like, well, the Mavs are shorthanded. The Pacers lost Miles Turner, but I am in no way, shape, or form a Miles Turner guy. So I don't even really know what difference that's going to make to them in the short term because the Mavericks are missing their big men at the moment. So with I'm sorry, not the Mavericks, the Pacers. So with the pieces that the Pacers have, I think in the first half they can hang around at home, if not win the first half outright. As for the game, when I saw that Dallas became the favorite, it just made me suspicious that somebody's injured that I don't know about or there's something I don't understand. Unless you guys have more information than I do, I don't understand why the line flipped in a couple of hours. Like, what happened?
Yeah, this is a new age NBA. If you know your stuff, if you've been reading up, if you've been, you know what I'm saying, doing it. We all know that Miles Turner is likely not to play in this game. He said he's going to be reevaluated in a week. Why is he listed as questionable? Like, why? I mean, I guess they're waiting on him. Like, Miles Turner.
Not playing.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, like, between us, like, I know I'm reading, like, Miles Turner's he's out. Like, he's been reevaluated in a week. Why is he questionable? So I would say, Drew, that's why the line's been flipped, is because they're acting like some rookies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Miles Turner actually has a possibility of playing. I don't think so, especially reading the quotes from their camp, from the Pacers camp. They're saying he's going to be reevaluated in a week. Like, he's injured right now. He shouldn't be questionable. Like, he's pretty much close to out for this game, even though he's listed questionable. So I think that's why the line is moving. Is why it was short to begin with. Now they're down Warren. Obviously, Oladipo's going, and Miles Turner, which I know Miles Turner, he can shoot threes. He can kind of be like a stretch big man. And their defense has been 5 points per 100 possessions better with Turner on the floor. So I guess you say it's been 5 points per 100 possessions worse with him off. Now you're gonna be looking at a whole game with him out. They do have Sabonis over there. But it's going to be tough. Like I say, this is what I'd like to do right now in the NBA, go with the more motivated team. In theory, the Mavs should be the more motivated team here, especially coming out of 3 straight losses. And you have that angle going against the Pacers with their first game off of a long road trip. So if it's me here, it's Mavs or nothing for me. And Lamb, they could get Jeremy Lamb back here off torn ACL. He won't be in rhythm at all. But, he's been practicing and stuff. They could possibly get him back today. So if Lamb is ruled in, that the line could possibly, I don't see it moving a bunch, but Lamb used to be a big player for them. He could, if he's probable, you could see it maybe move like a half point. I could see it move back down to 1 for the Mavs, but I'm pretty sure that's why it moved over, because of that Miles Turner. The insiders know that he's not going to play. So yeah, I've been watching the sharp money come in on the Mavs pretty much all morning. Started out at the +1. Up to -1.5 for the Mavs. But yeah, it will be Mavs or nothing for me on that one, my guys. Any look on the total on this one, BlackJack or Junior?
I don't.
No look on the total. Okay, yeah, the line opened up at 2. Line opened up at 217.5 up to 219.5. And that also goes with the Turner likely being out. Hurts their defense. It does hurt their defense, my guys. But let's go to the next game. We got the Celtics versus the 76ers, my guys. 76ers here laying 5 points. It was down to 4.5, back up to 5. Total opened up at 218 up to 221, Junior. What do you think about the 76ers in this spot with Celtics not having Tatum?
Yeah, that's the kicker, right? So it would have to be Philly or nothing, and I just don't trust this team enough to lay this many points. I'm sorry. I just watched them lose to the Grizzlies, and that makes me biased, and that's fine. I've watched them lose a lot of games in the last 10 days, so they've only beaten Miami since like the first week of the month. Take that for what you will. I'm not interested in anything to do with Philly laying points, so that being said, I can't take the points with Boston either until Jason Tatum comes back. I just don't like what I see from any of them, and I just don't have a feel for this game. I don't see an advantage, so I'm off.
Got you. Got BlackJack. What you thinking here? You thinking that total moving up is the right direction?
I'm not going to go with the total, Jay. I'm gonna take the 76ers here, though. I get what Junior is saying, and don't get me wrong, it does make me a little queasy to lay points with them. But, as far as them only having beaten the Heat, they did have a lot of issues with COVID and health and safety protocol, guys missing time. Simmons was out, Embiid was out. They bounced around. Embiid's back. I know Seth Curry is still out tonight, but without Tatum, it's just a very, very different Boston team. And I do like the fact that the 76ers lost to Memphis. I like the fact that they've been a little bit up and down, because maybe this, is kind of a motivating factor to get them ready to play this Celtics team. I mean, listen, nobody knows better than Doc Rivers that the Celtics are going to come to play in this game. I think he'll have this team ready. It's not a big number. I got it at 4.5. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with the 76ers.
That's not a bad play, Blackjack. I can't say, excuse me, the Celtics have pretty much owned the 76ers here lately. When you look at it, so the 76ers, they should come in motivated in this one. They are catching the Celtics without their best player. And you got the 76ers coming in with some playoff revenge. They got swept. They got swept versus the Celtics, man, last year, 4 straight games. So, I mean, all the motivations there. They lost to the Celtics 5 straight times. Somebody saying Curry is out. I think he's probable. I think Steph Curry is probable.
No, Curry's out.
He's out for sure? Yes.
He's out.
This damn injury reports all over the place, man. But yeah, so I mean, missing Curry, but still, Tatum is a bigger miss over there for the Celtics. He's their best player by far. If the game's close late, they're going to Tatum. You still got Brown over there. You still got some ballers, but they're missing their by far best player, especially with the 76ers having the motivational angle. I'd be one to roll with. I would probably look towards rolling with Blackjack on that. It's not a play for me, but I would probably take the 76ers here, especially to get the win. I obviously had to win by margin. He got it at the 4.5, so back up to 5 now. But yeah, I can only look towards 76ers here, especially with the motivational angle, with them coming off a loss, with the Celtics not looking obviously all the way right now. They're still down some players. The Celtics are coming off of a 30-point loss versus the Knicks, so I mean they'll come in motivated as well. It's just I don't like the fact that the Celtics just seem it's been a coaching thing where it's like Brad Stevens just seemed to, but obviously they have a different coach over there, so a lot of different moving parts in this one. But the Celtics have seemed to just have an answer for whatever the 76ers do. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep it close without Tatum, or if the 76ers can get their playoff revenge. I'm one to never really go against the playoff revenge. So it's 76ers are nothing for me, but I probably won't be making a play on this game. Next game up, we got the Pistons versus the Hawks, my guys. See a lot of people in the chat liking the Pistons here. Line opened up at -6. It's down to 4.5 now. So I mean, sharp money. Apparently, some sharp money coming in on the Pistons here, Junior. The Pistons are 3-10 in the year. They're 1-5 straight up on the road. They're 3-2-1 ATS on the road, though. Junior, what do you think? You think that the Pistons can keep it close versus a struggling Hawks team?
So we always talk about sharp monies on one side, sharp monies on, the other side, whatever the case might be. And I love that you're one of, as the host of this show, you say all the time, sharps lose a lot. Sharps lose like 40% of the time if you really know what you're talking about. So that being said, you just mentioned all the reasons why I can't take the points with the Pistons, because first of all, if you were going to take the points with the Pistons, that opportunity is gone because the line has gone down to the point where I don't want any part of it. I don't agree with the sharp money, honestly. If I had to take a side, it would probably be the Hawks because they're just a better team. And the Hawks, I watched the game and actually had money on the Hawks when they played the Pistons the last time and had a 24-point lead in the fourth quarter. That they let the Pistons come all the way back to I think they cut it down to a 3-point lead at one point. So pretty sure they remember that. The Hawks did end up winning that game, but they did not cover the 8.5-point spread or whatever that was at the time. So I would think that game would be in the back of their mind. It was in Atlanta, which this game is too. So I would actually take the Hawks as I expect them to come out with a better effort than they did the last time. However, I wouldn't put my own money on it, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, they did almost piss that one off. They did almost piss that one away, Blackjack. Yeah. You got to play. I hear you sign over there. You got to play in this game?
No, I can't play this game. I mean, these are two teams that I don't trust one iota. I will say if I were going to play this, I might play it under. I know I see people in the chat saying over in this. I don't know. I mean, for all the Hawks defensive issues, they're only giving up 109 a night, which puts them eighth, ninth in the NBA, something like that. So they haven't been awful on the end of the Detroit offense has hardly been prolific. So I might lean to under 220.5, but this game's a total stay away.
Nah, for real, exactly. If it's me, I don't have nothing on this shit, man.
No.
I'd be looking at the Hawks, especially with, the money coming in, helping you out a little bit. I do think that the Hawks are better because even in that last game, when the Hawks kind of pissed away, they still end up coming back and win that game by 10 with ease. They pretty much fell asleep at the wheel and then woke back up and then got back right, was able to avoid the crash. But I don't. The Hawks way it look, they're not just a bad defense team. They're one of those teams where you have to piss them off. They have to come in motivation to play defense. Just a regular game, no, they're not in tune. Like, they're not one of those teams that's going to play defense every single time out. And I absolutely hate that. Trae Young's been very streaky. We know him and Collins was button heads. They seem to kind of made up a little bit, but we still know that they were shopping Collins. So, what's up with that? Capella, he's going to be a rim runner and run down the floor or whatever, get him a couple of easy baskets. But, man, when their bench comes in, Rondo just seems, he got to command the bench, bro. The Hawks should be better than this right now. I know they still missing Gallinari, missing Bogdanovich, some more players, but they should be. They supposed to be a whole lot better than this. They're laying 4.5 to the Pistons here at the house. Like, they let you know everything about the Hawks right now. The Pistons have been coming to play. You can't really look at their record because Jeremy Grant, he's been close to unstoppables. He could damn near go for 30 a night. Blake Griffin, I'm not gonna even start there.
Yeah,
Jay.
Blake
Griffin. Hey, Junior, is Blake Griffin still in the league, bro? Like, what? Hey, who is Blake Griffin?
Somebody in the chat said that Blake Griffin been low key balling. That's really low key, bro, because he had 5 points, 5 rebounds in their last game. So that's as low key balling as you could get, my guy.
But he's averaging like 11 points over his last 5 games, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm a shooter in the NBA. I come in and probably get 11 points. Like, Blake Griffin's trash. Like, why is he still starting out here, bro? If you look at Blake Griffin's chemistry out there in Detroit, he's just out there to get his paycheck. He is not playing hard at all. He's not going to the basket, trying to get no one-on-ones. None of that. He's straight up passing. Y'all good out here. I'm just going to go out here and try to get some assists. You know what I'm saying? Make it seem like I'm doing something. Try to get my plus minus. That guy is trash. Bro, Blake, I say he's trash, but because he used to be good, but he's not invested over there in Detroit. And I wouldn't give him another NBA contract, man. That's just me. Like, some players kind of shift to not being NBA players anymore. That's Blake Griffin. Okay, that's enough, man. Next game up, we got the Heat versus the don't be a bust, and we won't talk about your ass on here. Heat versus Raptors, my guys. The Raptors here seem to be getting their feet under them. They're laying the floor here. The Heat still missing Jimmy Butler. They still got some injuries over there. Junior, we'll go to you. Junior, what you think about this one? Did the Raptors this is y'all game. This is the Florida game right here, my guys. The Raptors. Yeah. What you thinking, Junior? The Raptors keep it going here?
The Florida Raptors, still not ready to lay. If I would be interested in the Raptors at 2.5, 3. I don't think that anything less than 3 is even a realistic line, just because Miami hasn't really looked great themselves. Over 3 though, I lean Heat. I guess I've turned into a Raptors hater, but their offensive struggles really annoy me when I watch them. The only reason I can't really take the points with the Heat is because they're just missing too many people. Now Tyler Hero's out as well. It's just not a good situation for Miami. They're just missing too many bodies. But the Raptors games that I've watched, offense still looks like a struggle for them. And I will say this, though. Their defense is making me think that I can start getting involved in their games, because that was the problem, right? The Raptors have been a top 5 defense every season since 2014, I think, 15, which is why they consistently make the playoffs. If they can't defend, they're not a good team. Their defense has picked up a lot over the last week. I need to see a little bit more of that because I'm still not convinced by their offense. They put up points against Charlotte. Who cares? Against Portland. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I need to see them score against a real defense, and they're playing the Heat back-to-back, the Pistons back-to-back, and the Bucks in the next 5 games. So we'll see what's what over this stretch, in my opinion.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Junior, because a lot of these teams are going to be playing again on Friday, and I'm really just sitting back watching today. Going to be watching the games real closely, and then I'll have some large plays on some large revenge spots on Friday for sure. BlackJack, what you thinking in this game? And if Hero is questionable, it could possibly come. It's possible that he could. If Hero comes back, I kind of like the Heat here. It's crazy that we like damn Hero. He's a hero. He can be a difference maker though. I mean, they're missing Jimmy Butler, so they need another guard. If Hero plays, him and Duncan Robinson, I think they can maybe have enough offense to get it done here versus the Raptors here, who seem to be coming on. BlackJack, what you think here? Florida Raptors here?
I'm taking the Toronto Raptors of Tampa in this one, -4. Yeah. Here's the problem, right? The problem for Miami is the Jimmy Butler absence. And it hasn't necessarily been so much on the offensive end, but their perimeter defense has gone to trash with Jimmy Butler out. It is not good. And the Raptors have been shooting the three pretty well, right? Like they're 9th overall in the NBA. In their last 3 games, okay, they're 6th in the NBA, shooting at almost 41% as a team. They are going to exploit this matchup with Miami without Jimmy Butler there. Jimmy Butler is the fulcrum point to that defense in Miami, and without him, it falls apart. And you're right, Junior. The Raptors defense has been playing better. And again, without Jimmy Butler in there, and we don't know if we're going to get Hero or not at this point, I'll assume he's playing. I think that the Raptors defense can keep Miami in check. I'll lay the 4 here with Toronto.
You got you. Yeah, no, I would say if you're assuming that Tyler Hero gets ruled in, I would wait. It's just one of those if it's kind of with the injury. If Hero's ruled in, it's going down to 3, maybe even 2.5. Like I'm telling you this, it's gonna be some sharp money coming on the Heat. If he's out, then it's probably gonna go up to 4. And it may stay right here because this is kind of where it's, you know what I'm saying, where it's in the middle to where they're gonna get money on both sides. But if he's out, you might see it tick up to 4.5. I really do think he's a big difference maker. Like I said, if Hero comes back, I do think that the Heat could look a whole lot different because without him, I mean, you're really focusing on, you need Duncan Robinson and Bam Adebayo to be your main scorers. And I mean, Bam Adebayo hasn't been doing a bad job at that. I mean, he can bang with the 6. So you look at the Raptors, their main problem is the big. So Aaron Baines is not really getting it done. They got rid of Alex Len. Boucher is really, when I watch the Raptors, Boucher is really their starting center. Like, I don't even know why they do this shit. Like, Baines will come out and play like 18 total minutes a game. Boucher gets 30 minutes and is deservingly so. Boucher finna get him a contract. He's really the bright spot for the Raptors. Like, reason why I've been kind of scared to bet against them. It's not Siakam, it's not Lowry, it's not Van Fleet. If they're not hitting their outside shots, the Raptors are very average, man. Boucher's been balling them. He's finna get him a big contract. He's finna be like Bam Adebayo, Junior. What you finna say?
It just doesn't even make any sense if you're the Raptors, bro. Boucher's a Canadian kid, bro, but he has an AAU team in my hometown. One of my players plays on his AAU team. Why wouldn't you want a local kid to be the starting center over Aaron Baines, dog? It's not like as if it's a real guy that you're protecting. It's Aaron, and I'm not trying to disrespect Aaron Baines, but unless you're blind, you have to see that his game is like falling off a cliff, dog. He's not even good no more. Why would you not play Boucher? And you have him on cheap. You don't even make money. Like, come on, bro. They're not even thinking.
Yeah, no, I like Boucher. I mean, he's been the best player on the Raptors this year. I'll tell you guys this. But it'd be interesting to see if Lowry and Van Fleet can get what they want. We know Hero and Robinson aren't the best defenders, so they are missing something there. I would like to see Dragic be in the starting lineup here. It's an intriguing game, but this is one where I do think the Heat, missing Butler, missing those few guys, they kind of still match up well versus the Raptors. They have to come to play defensively here. The Raptors are going to play defense. Yeah, Hero's still questionable. This is one where it's really wait on Hero. I was really thinking about taking the Heat this morning. Still, you definitely need Hero in there for sure if you're going to take them. Raptors have been playing a lot better here lately, so it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Let's get to the next one, my guys. We got the Kings versus the Raptors. We got a nice little revenge spot here, man. The Kings versus the Clippers. Clippers just smacked the shit out of them boys the other day by like 38 points, man. I'm talking about it was ugly. This line and this, I believe Ibaka and Williams set out that game. Now they're coming back. The line opened up at 10.5. We see some money coming back on the Kings here to get some revenge. It's down to sitting at 9.5. Blackjack. What do you think about this one? Did the Clippers smack them up again?
Probably. I mean, I'm not going to take an official play in this game. I would say the Clippers probably do that again. Yeah, I mean, the Kings have been playing really bad basketball. If I were to play anything here, it'd probably be the over because the Kings defense has just been so bad. And the Clippers, I mean, are just shooting the damn lights out, right? I mean, the Clippers are just hit everything at this point. So I would lean to the over at, what is it, 230 in this one. I still think we get over the total in this.
Gotcha. Yeah, hey, it's Kings. I would never talk out anyone with an over, especially the way De'Aaron Fox plays, the way they play basketball in general, man. It's just like it's up. They running and gunning at the rec, man. Rec league, man, all day long. Junior, what you think here? Is any defense getting played in this game? Or what do you think? Do you think Clippers smack them up again?
I'm going to tell you guys something right now. There's a lot of teams over the year and a half that we've been doing this show, Jay, that I slandered. You used to slander these boys.
Plus their coach. I can't stand their coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the baton from you. These guys are trash, bro. These guys are like, you live in Dallas. You know, on a hot summer day, bro, when you pass by and the garbage man didn't come yet. That stank that comes from the bin. That's Sacramento right now. I got Clippers first quarter, Clippers first half. I have no respect for the Sacramento team. They have no respect for defense. I don't know what Luke Walton's doing. What are these rotations? This team is garbage. These boys are finna get slapped the F up. That's all I got to say.
Hey, well, I couldn't talk. Hey, well put, man. Well put. I couldn't talk anyone out there. I'm done with betting teams that don't play any defense or bad defense or bottom tier leagues. I mean, sometimes you can get sharp and find spots to take them. This could be one on that full game, getting a +10, but I'm not willing to just take years off my life with this bet, man. And that's exactly what they do. It could cash, but I'm not getting invested in games like this, guys. If I was taking one, I would only look towards the Kings there. Obviously, when it was at the +10.5, I mean, you're missing value now when it's down there. I liked it when it was double digits, but still, man, there's just no way, man. What's up, Legendary? I see. Yeah, the Clippers have won 4 straight. My thing with the Clippers are they going to keep it rolling? Sometimes they have little slip-up spots. They'll probably get the win. It's just, I don't know, but I don't like this. Kings, if they're going to play defense, will they play? Will they care that they just got smacked by damn near 40? Or you know what I'm saying? They have the motivation. It's just, man, their defense, their coach, bro. The coaching is just, how could you bet on Walton and be comfortable with that, bro? It's just, he is not an NBA coach, guys. I know I talk about what's NBA, what's not. Blake Griffin's not an NBA player, in my opinion. Luke Walton. Hell, his dad might be better coach than him, man. Coach him up on them edibles or something. He got something better. Walton is not a coach. I'm sorry, man. When the Kings get serious about winning, they'll get rid of him. And it's very telling. Same thing with the Timberwolves. When they get rid of Saunders, that's when they'll see that, okay, y'all actually care about winning. Right now, as long as they have Saunders over there, they don't care about winning. I'm telling you, you got to see this. You got to realize this, man. We got the next game up, my guys. We got no bet for me for sure on that Kings game, man. Staying all the way away from that. Next game up, we got the Grizzlies versus the Blazers, my guys. This is a real intriguing game, man. I must say, this is a very intriguing game. I even looked into it a little deeper, and I couldn't forget that the Blazers were the ones that put the Grizzlies out in that play-in game. I was all over the Grizzlies in there, and I needed Ja Morant to hit that 3 to, you know what I'm saying, to get us to cover there. Lose by 5 was getting a +6 there versus the Blazers. Now they're missing CJ McCollum. They don't have Nurkic out there. It's been tough for the Blazers out here. They played a good game versus the Spurs. They just got away from them in the fourth quarter. Blackjack, are the Grizzlies back? Or I mean, they've been winning here. Or are they decide tonight? You want to get down with them?
Yeah, I'm on the Grizzlies here. I love the Grizzlies here. I think this is a big spot for them. The Blazers defense has been bad all season. I mean, now you're going to take McCollum and Nurkic out of this. I don't know that they have enough to compete with this Grizzlies team with Morant back, obviously. And then, like you said, Jay, the motivation factor, right? I mean, the fact that the Grizzlies got knocked out of the playoffs by this Portland team, I love the Grizzlies in this spot. Everything would point to the Grizzlies. Morant should be able to get everything he wants tonight.
Yeah, you think so. You think, Junior. What you think, my guy? Valanciunas is out for the Grizzlies as well. Can't forget that. So Nurkic and CJ out for the Blazers. But Valanciunas is out for the Grizzlies here, Junior. Do the Grizzlies get some revenge here, or can they get some revenge here over the struggling Blazers team?
I haven't taken it yet just because I'm still pretty uncomfortable with the thought of laying points with the Grizzlies on the road. They are the better team. Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. They're playing better basketball right now between the two teams. The CJ McCollum factor, I'm not sure what to think about it, only because if Dame just decides, okay, so it's all me, so what is he at? Is it you telling me he can't score like 35, 40 a game? Like, Dame could go nuts for stretches, right? So I'm not really sure what to make of that. I do like the fact that John Morant is such a smart basketball player that he comes back from a long injury and he kind of just takes it easy. He eases his way back into the lineup. He only took like 9 or 10 shots. He's going to be such a good player. I kind of just don't know what to make of this game. I kind of want to watch and see because the Grizzlies are playing lockdown defense right now. You can't really deny that. They're shutting teams down, and they could very well shut down Portland. So I like BlackJack's play. I'm just not comfortable with it yet.
Exactly. I'll tell you where I'm coming from with this one, guy. And the home team has won the last 9 games. I know that the Grizzlies are looking at revenge for the Blazers, and the Blazers were a lot where even so the team that the Grizzlies had to beat. In my opinion, there was a much worse Blazers team. They did have Nurkic back, but they didn't have Covington. They have Derrick Jones Jr. So I mean, that still was a different Blazers team, and they were still better than the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have been hot. So I know they beat the 76ers, which that was a close game. The 76ers had their best player in that one. I kind of it's a little asterisk there. It's a little asterisk versus the Suns as well. I watched that game. I still think the Suns deserve to win that game. The Grizzlies pulled it out. I had to give them credit. The Suns played absolutely terrible in that game. It was coming off of pretty much a COVID shutdown. They looked all out of sorts in there when Devin Booker had pretty much everybody had a terrible game, and the Suns almost won the game. The Grizzlies are playing hard. They play a lot more collective defense. That's the reason why I'm not making a play in this game, because the Blazers defense has been down. I watched the last game versus the Spurs. Dame had to do everything. He was doing everything. They run in the fourth quarter by the Spurs where Rudy Gay was hitting threes. They just couldn't come back from that. So it was actually a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter. I feel like if the Blazers play like they did versus the Spurs, I do think they can win this game. I know that the public is all over the Grizzlies here, and I mean they should. They looked a much better team lately, and sometimes you can get bit by trying to you know what I'm saying, bet when a team is gonna look bad or whatever. I can't say I'm not one to be, you know what I'm saying, I don't like going against those streaks, man. I did it yesterday and I got burned. The Grizzlies have been hot, but I got a funny feel, especially the Blazers at the house. They know they're missing players. They gotta start piling up these wins, man. CJ out, Nurk out. They ain't gonna step up, man. They got Robert Covington. You got to step up. He hadn't really been playing well. Jones Jr., your defense got to step up, bro. So it's to be interesting to see what the Blazers look like to me. This is one where I'm gonna be watching, maybe make a second half play. I know that everybody was gonna. I knew that already. The Grizzlies this line was gonna flip. Everybody's gonna be on. It looks really good. I think this is one where the Blazers might be able to get it done, though. Even with, you know what I'm saying, their bench maybe won't look so bad in this particular game. If you ask me, I'm still not a fan of the Grizzlies bench. They always play hard. They will keep them in games, guys. But I got a real funny feeling about. I was really close to taking the Blazers, guy. I really was. I hadn't made an official play on today's games at all. But I tell you, I did really want to. I like the Blazers, especially now they're a home dog, man. It's very intriguing, man. I'm with my guy Junior on that one. The Grizzlies, like at the house, everything's nice. On the road, laying points. It's a lot different situation, man. It is. Home team has won 9 straight times in this series. So the Grizzlies can't win in Portland. Be interesting. And they're missing Valanciunas. They play hard, but the Blazers kind of match up well in this one, my guys. There's no official play for me. Probably going too low. Just letting you know how I'm thinking on it, how I think it's really a 50-50 game. Next game up, my guys, we got the Spurs versus the Warriors. Probably the most intriguing game of the night, man. Warriors coming in hot off their win over the Lakers here, BlackJack. Any looks on this last game of the slate?
I'm not going to play this one officially, but I would lean to the Spurs here. I think that the Spurs, I've liked the way they've been playing lately. I thought the Spurs have gotten some consistency. They're playing hard. I like their defense. I think that they are finding a little bit of a rhythm here. The Warriors are going to be, and I think this is going to be what we're going to see all year out of them, right? Like, I think they're going to be a really streaky up and down team. When the threes are falling, the Warriors are going to have stretches where they win and they look good. And then there are going to be nights when the shots aren't falling and they don't win. And I will take the consistency of San Antonio in this spot over, the fluidity of a Golden State team here.
Yeah, the Spurs been balling as well. I know Keldon Johnson, that boy there, he finna get paid. I love seeing young guys. Well, I don't like when I see players get paid and then they don't care no more, like Siakam. But hey, it happened. Keldon Johnson finna get paid some money though. Him and Boucher, they finna get paid, Junior. I love to see it, boy. What you think in this game though, Junior? Which team keeps it going?
I agree with you about Keldon Johnson because I wasn't really that impressed with him at Kentucky, but it's kind of like that team specifically. You talented guys like a chance to shine. Like Tyler Hero was decent at Kentucky, but did you really know he was going to be as good as he is? So a lot of these guys are getting a chance to shine in the NBA. So I definitely like to see it. And if you go to the Spurs system, you already know they're going to maximize their talent. In terms of this game, I don't really have an official play. I lean Spurs. Did you guys say earlier though that Steph Curry's not playing in this game?
No, hell no, hell.
Steph
I beat.
Oh,
I beat and smashed the. Hey,
I was like, I must have heard.
I'd be at the spot right now, Junior. Like,
I'm looking at this line like this is -1 and Steph Curry's not playing. Like, why are you guys not smashing this? This is crazy.
Hey, it don't get that good.
I wish. No, I don't have a lead on this game. I've seen too many games and you guys still can't win. So it would be Spurs or nothing for me in this spot.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I did see something about Wiggins possibly being questionable in here. He probably will give it a go. I said this is the first game of back-to-back. They do play. They just got the Knicks tomorrow. It's nothing too big, but it is the first game of back-to-back for the Warriors. Don't like they're coming off a huge come-from-behind win, man. I never really like taking a team in this spot. Popovich got the coaching advantage as well over the Warriors. I mean, the Spurs, I think, 6-2 on the road. They've been road warriors. They've been one of those teams that's playing better on the road. They're 7-0 ATS in the last 7 games as a road underdog as well. They've been somewhat road warriors. The boys have been balling, man. So it's a little quick 2-game trip. They went and beat up on the Blazers. Then now they come back down here before they go back to the house to face the Mavs. A lot of moving parts. This is a true toss-up game, man. The Warriors, they've been playing good. They can play some really good defense, but they could also have a letdown over their huge Lakers win. Like I say, the Spurs have the coaching advantage in this one as well, my guys. So real intriguing game. This is one where it'd be nice to see if somebody sit out as well. Like I say, Wiggins, if he sat out, any little injury in those 50-50 games could really tilt it either way. Really could, man. So a lot of times I wait till the last second before I get these for sure lineups in, and then I'll go and hit something, my guys. But let's go ahead and go with these picks, my guy. Junior, break them down with your picks, my guy.
Yeah, I've got a couple of picks. I've been trying to be conservative lately, but I like a couple of these games. So I got Brooklyn first half -5.5. I took the Pacers at a pick'em first half. Clippers first quarter -3. And Clippers first half as well.
Got you. Some lovely looks there, my guy. Nice looks there from my guy, Junior Browne. BlackJack.
The Clippers are -6 first half.
Okay. Got you. Clippers -6. My guy, first half. What's up, BlackJack? What you got, my guy? Break them down with your officials.
I got Dallas -1.5. I got the 76ers -4.5. The Raptors -4 and the Grizzlies -1.
Gotcha. Those some sharp looks there, my guy. I know I was leaning the play. I hadn't made anything official. I mean, I can make an official play on the show, but I hadn't bet anything, and that's usually what I do. Whatever my money's on, I'm really close to taking the Mavs there. I think that's the most motivational spot that where I know the team is coming to play, and we're gonna get in this bullshit where teams are up and then they just piss it away. And it also goes with my angle for the fading the team coming back off a long road trip with a couple of injuries. Well, like the Mavs today. Like I say, I kind of want to get there with the Blazers, man. I do, but I don't have an official pick right now. I'm sorry, guys. If I do, I end up posting it on Twitter. Just leans right now. Lean to the Mavs, 76ers, and Blazers for me, my guys. Just leans. I don't have money on them yet, but I do like the Mavs the most out of those. We're going to go ahead and get out here Friday. I'm telling you, I'm watching these revenge games closely, man. Friday, we're going to have some big things, but I'm telling y'all, but come back tomorrow and tune in. We're about to get out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm your host, Jay Money. It's my guy, BlackJack Fletcher, and that's my guy, Junior Browne. Miles Turner's still officially questionable, but, I mean, we'll see where the line goes, man. I really don't think Miles Turner's playing today. We appreciate all you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, every day, my guys. We gone.